What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Because we have a brand new DC film out, Wonder Woman 1984, you know what that means. I have to do an updated ranking of all 9 of the DC films. Now, this is my own personal opinion. I'm sure yours is going to be different from mine, so no hate down in the comments. We all have different opinions. Okay, let's get started. What do you think is at the bottom of my list? You guys are probably going to hate me. Anyway, people that don't know me on this channel are going to hate me. It's Aquaman. For me, it is Aquaman, based on the fact I fell asleep watching this. I felt it was such a boring plot line. It really boggles my mind that that movie made $1 billion and Wonder Woman did not. I don't know. The only thing great about that movie is the color, and it's beautiful to look at. That's all I got from it. Let's just move on, shall we? Next up is Justice League. This is pretty much at the bottom of everyone's DC ranking except for mine. But it is. It's not that great. It has a lot of flaws. I'm excited for the Snyder Cut. I want to see his vision of what he was going to do if he didn't have to withdraw from the project. So I'm looking forward to seeing that one. Next up on the list, I'm putting Birds of Prey. Now, when this movie first came out and I did a DC ranking, it was higher on my list. But after a few watches, it has gone down. Simply because I felt like the theme of this movie with female empowerment was way too strong. There was too many females in prominent roles, like writer, director, obviously an all-female starred cast. We needed some men. We needed some men to counterbalance. There wasn't enough Black Mask for me. It just lackluster. It's lackluster at the end of the day, but Margot Robbie's performance as Harley Quinn always kind of saves it. And that kind of explains why why Suicide Squad is higher than Justice League and Birds of Prey, pretty much based on what Margot Robbie gave us as Harley Quinn. It was our first time seeing Harley in live action. And that's the reason why. Otherwise, Suicide Squad is boring. It's a bunch of, all of them are just walking around pretty much for the entire movie. But because of Margot Robbie, it goes up that notch for me. Now, after Suicide Squad, I don't have a movie to show you because it's Wonder Woman 1984. I'm putting that in the next slot. And if you guys want to know my thoughts about it, I did just post a review right before this one, so you can check it out. All right, in fourth place is Batman v Superman. Probably shocking for a lot of you out there. But Batman v Superman, maybe it's because I watched the extended cut by accident and it was my first time watching it, and it was just so long. It was never ending. I was like, I'm enjoying myself, but it's just so long. It is dark, but Zack Snyder is known for the dark element in his movies. The big drawback for me is the villain. You have Jesse Eisenberg playing Lex Luthor, Jr., right? And lackluster. Again, lackluster. We could have done a little bit better with that casting choice. So that really brought it down for me. But it did introduce us to Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, so I do have to give it some credit for that. And it does have some badass fight sequences with our Batfleck. So that's a positive. Number 4 slot. Okay, number 3. I'm putting Shazam. Shazam has got to be at number 3 for me. This one is a different DC film. It's not your typical all action, so serious. It's funny. It's a comedy. Zachary Levi as Shazam is perfect, spot on casting. I would love for him to interact with the other superheroes at some point. I think that would be an awesome element to be brought into everything. I can't wait for the sequel. I had a great time watching this. This one is more watchable for me, obviously, than Batman v Superman or Aquaman or any of the lower ones. I could put this on any time of the day and just have a great time with it. My runner-up, surprise, surprise, my top 2 are still the same, but the places have switched from my last ranking. In the number 2 spot, is Man of Steel. And this is my only one where I don't have a Steel book. I need to find a Man of Steel book. But Man of Steel pretty much is a spot-on perfect DC film. It's a great origin story for Superman. We see all of the beginning aspects of Krypton and his parents. Nice performance by Russell Crowe. I will give him that credit. Then we get to his life on Earth, and then the flashbacks of him having his powers. Kevin Costner and Diane Lane give great performances as his parents. It's just wonderful all around. I know there are some complaints about the last act, the fight sequences lasting a little bit too long, kind of repetitive. I don't really mind that. Michael Shannon plays a great villain with Zod. The only reason why this has been knocked down to the number 2 spot is I don't really have as much fun with it. I don't enjoy it as much as number 1. And obviously, number 1 for me now is Wonder Woman. And it's not because she's a woman and I'm a woman. It's not because of that. It's just because I just love it. That's the reason. I just love it. This movie is so well put together. Patty Jenkins behind that camera doing her thing. She knows the Wonder Woman world so well. Gal Gadot totally taking this part on, kicking ass. That scene, we all know that scene right in the middle where she reveals herself and kicks ass in that village. That empowered everyone in the theater. Let's be honest. The third act is a little lackluster, is a little, shaky. Okay, yes, it is. Man of Steel is better in that third act than Wonder Woman. But like I said, with Wonder Woman, I have a better time. It puts more of a smile on my face. I enjoy it a little bit more. So that is the reason why Wonder Woman and Gal Gadot are now at the top of my DC ranking list. That is it. Let me know down below. Where are your movies falling? Where's Wonder Woman 1984 in your ranking list? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.